Hello and welcome. My name is Sanjay and I'm from Bengal, India. You know, the incredible India with lots of culture, lots of people, lots of different, dynamics working together. Now, what I'm here doing today is I'm going to share a small story. Okay, let's go back a couple of years. 2012, I was at the peak of my career. Okay, enjoying the best of the IT, technology, and career wise. And I was working as a department head, project head. And one fine evening, I fainted and I collapsed on the floor. I was rushed to the hospital, and after being admitted for 2 days and series of medical tests done on me, I was told by very elderly doctor, my son, I've got some bad news for you. And I was pretty scared, as anybody would be. And I said, sir, what is it? He said, my son, it looks like the situations are bad, and maybe you got only 12 months to 14 months of your life to live. I'm sorry. Now that was a statement which I believe changed my life. I was devastated, I was depressed, I was sad, and I couldn't believe this was happening to me. I mean, like, why me? I mean, back in 2009, my father expired from MND, the same disease, motor neuron disease, which a famous scientist and doctor, the inventor of black hole theory, Stephen Hawking, expired a couple of years back. The same, and I was pretty scared that this is going to be killing me also, and this is something to do with a hereditary disease. Being devastated, being sad, I wanted to leave. That was a very desperate thing. The fear of death was, paralyzing me every day. And I really wanted to see my place where I'm born, my state. I wanted to visit all the places that I ever wanted to, and I could not manage because of my busy schedule. So I started visiting to all these villages of Bengal. Now, the various villages of Bengal has various traditions, various handicrafts, various handlooms, various kind of cultures, though within a state, just like any other country. I mean, there is so much diversity. When I visited these villages, I was going to these villages, I was meeting a lot of people, and what I found was these villages were below the poverty line. I mean, the poverty was so acute. There is no proper sanitation, there is no proper medical facilities, there is no proper education for the children, there is no proper food. Now, when I had a conversation with these people, and I said, like, oh, you do some work, right? And I found that these artists or these artisans were doing a wonderful job. They were doing hand carving, they were doing hand weaving of fabrics, and so many artwork was being created. But they never saw the real money, because it was always the middleman who was getting this work done, and they were being treated as laborers, not like artisans. They were treated like laborers. They were getting this job done, and this middlemen were selling these products to the city shops or the boutiques or the government companies at a very exorbitant price. Now, when I visited these shops, I saw that exorbitant labels were given by the companies. Now, they did not do anything. Simply, they did put those dresses on the shelf. It was the artisan who has done the work. It was the artisan or the weaver who has done the hand weaving. My question to those organizations was, like, so when you can sell these products for such a high price, why do not you pay the artisan the fair wages? The question never got answered. So, in a desperate moment, I knew my end was approaching. So, I found out that the villagers were not able to get the real price of their product because they lacked the technical know-how. They did not understand the technology. The infrastructure was not there for the proper, for the technology to be supported. Like, many of the villages that I visited did not even have electricity. Now, when you don't have electricity, you cannot charge your phone, you cannot work on your laptop, or you cannot, open up a computer center. Now, these villages are so remote in the state that the infrastructure was very poor. So what I understood was, when I spoke to them, I understood that there was a technical gap. If there exists a platform where these artisans can come with their work and sell directly to the art patrons, they can get a much better price. So I wanted to leave after being dead, honestly speaking. I mean, like, I knew that after 12 months to 13 months I was going to die, so I wanted to be remembered by the people, at least, as some person who became useful. So with that notion in mind, I, in 2013, created Rangamati Handicrafts and Handloom Private Limited. This is an organization. Now, Ranga means red, Mati means soil. Now, the places where I visited and places where these artisans were from, now the soil's color was red. So I named this organization Rangamati to remind of these people, their problem, their needs and their rights. So I found out that if the females of these villages were empowered, they could actually lead to a much better socio-economic condition, changing the whole scenario. Now, we founded that organization with that objective, and gradually we picked up and we started working with different artworks, different artisans, and with all the blessings of the God, I believe the vision and mission that I set up 6 years back on almost the deathbed kept me alive with a purpose. Now I know that I am living for some reason. I have to leave because these artisans are depending. Now, Rangamati is an organization. We have our website, which is rangamati.com. I would request you, yes, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I would request you to visit that website. You can know a lot about Bengal's art, the kind of work that we are doing, the artisans, their life, the folk, the culture, and everything. So, Rangamati has been recognized, all as I would say, with all the blessings of God and your good wishes. Rangamati has been recognized as a successful startup. Okay, we have been recognized as a very good initiative, which by the MSME, which is working at the grassroots level. Recently, let me share you a wonderful story. Recently, Facebook selected our organization and they did a documentary on the embroidery artisans of Bengal who work with Rangamati. So what I found was, when the vision and the mission sets you on the right track, you start living your life, you start living a purposeful life. Now we are working with a lot of artisans, we are working towards revival of a lot of artwork, but you need to understand, we are not working on any grants, neither I had that kind of huge capital to work with. I literally had to sell a lot of things of mine. A lot of things I sold off. I sold off my car, I sold off my jewelries, I sold off my watch, I sold off my camera and everything. And whatever the money I got, I did use to create this organization. We are a very legally strong organization with lots of very capable artisans working, with lots of artwork we are working, and our workers being artwork is being appreciated across the world. We have got customers in USA, we have got customers in UK, we got customers from Singapore, we got customers from India, of course, and our artwork is very ethical. We are working with natural dye, we are working with hand woven fabric, we are paying the fair prices, we are paying the fair wages to the artisans, and the artisans are happy. Today the artisans are dreaming. They dream of sending their children to school, they dream of constructing the toilet for proper sanitation. They are becoming aware of a lot of health issues, health things and medical facilities, what is the need of it, and they are dreaming big. Somebody is dreaming big, like, okay, I want to see my daughter being educated, I want to see my daughter go to school. Previously it used to be very early child marriage. There is so many problems, there is sex trafficking, there is child trafficking. All this can be solved if the women of these villages are empowered. Now here I come with a small request from you. Please spread this message of our organization. Please talk to your friend, your relatives about Rangamati. You can go to Google, you can go to Facebook, and you can search about Rangamati, RANGAMAATI. If you select that, you can come across all the stories that we are creating. We are documenting the artisans, we are showcasing their work, we are trying to empower them so strongly. But unfortunately, or let's say this 6 years I've been working on my self funds only, I come across to you with a small request. Please come and strengthen my hands, my vision, my objectives. We are today running into a very huge fund crunch. Honestly speaking, I'm not able to get any grants because this is not a NGO, non-government organization. So NGOs are getting paid so much for doing some just promotional work, but we are working with the grassroots level, yet we are not being supported, yet we are not getting any proper bank loans. You are not getting any, banks are ready to give us personal loan but not business loan, because in the initial years, let's say in the year 2013, 2014 and 15 also, we incurred small losses. Now here I am an IT guy. Now here I am with this experience in IT, and I am working at the grassroots level with the artisans, with the handicrafts and handloom, and the artisans. So what we are doing at Rangamati is we are trying to empower them. We are trying to empower them so that they can take their decisions of a dignified life. So please come forward, help us with all your support. Please spread the message through your social platforms, social networks, and through Twitter, to Facebook, to Instagram. And please, we also created a crowdfunding campaign with Keto and Milap. I'll be sharing the links with you shortly, and you can go ahead and provide your feedback, your donation, and your sharing would really help. So I look forward to you with all the expectations of strengthening our project, and let me thank you for your time today. With all the best wishes, take care and have a wonderful life ahead.